Sadly, Mr. Dion Peter had to leave us, but we do have one question that we're going to close off our time together, and that's, why does God give us the gift of prayer?
My first thought is just to keep this relationship open with his children. So I think about, as a mom, how much I love and desire relationship and conversation, and really just hearing their voices from the time that they were little, even now that they're a little bit older. As a mom, you love to hear their voices, you love to have conversation with them. So I think about God our Father, who just wants to hear our voices and spend time with us and sit with us. So for me, I just imagine this loving Father who just really desires time and in our hearts.
One way of answering that question is, why does God give us prayer? Because it's useless and it doesn't achieve anything or make anything or do anything or change anything in the way the world looks at it. And in prayer, we get to be who we really are and realize that's not why we're here. We're here for something totally different, which is to love and be loved. And in prayer, God allows us to do that and teaches us how to do that and teaches what's valuable to him and what's useful to him.
First and foremost, that relationship I think is so important. But then in addition to that, our hearts are made for him, and our hearts are made to be drawn back to him, and ultimately for us to be spending eternity with him in heaven. And so this time on earth, our hearts aren't made for this. And so there's so many times that we're longing and we're restless. And so I think our time of prayer is also a time for him to continue to fill us back up, to fill those voids that are in our hearts, that are here because we're in the world and the things of this world do not satisfy. And to remind us that it is him who satisfies and it is him that we are made for. So it's also, I think, in a sense, an opportunity that's like turning on the GPS to draw us back to him and to keep us kind of moving closer and closer towards him and towards our eternity with him and our ultimate fulfillment.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it. Like that is what prayer is here for, is to remind us of who we are and what we're going toward. That our destiny, our end, is union with the Lord in that Trinitarian relationship. And that's really all prayer is. It's almost like preparing us, showing us what it's going to be like, giving us a tiny little taste of the glory that's going to be revealed. But in heaven, we get to enjoy that in as fullness as we can as human beings. And it's beautiful that that's just how much the Lord loves us, that he couldn't wait for that moment, because it would have made sense. He's like, all right, like on your earth, you can kind of see the glory of who I am through all these different signs. But when you get to heaven, you're going to experience this union. It's going to be amazing. Instead, the Lord's like, nope, can't wait. I need to go ahead and share that with my people right now, which is just, I don't know, blows my mind sometimes just how much the Lord loves us. It's really beautiful. I know we've already mentioned it, that prayer is first and foremost the Lord seeking us. And the Catechism, it talks so much about like what prayer really is. It's the image of Jesus with the woman at the well, that Jesus was there first. Jesus is always waiting. He's always speaking to our hearts. It's just us responding. He's always there 100%, just wanting to share his love and that union with us.